Thank you, Mr. Kim. We accept your challenge as the 8th grade graduating class of 2010 to believe in Jesus, and our actions will be louder than words, and we will love Christ with all our heart and all our mind, and we will live life abundantly. So, thank you, Mr. Kim.
This year, we had the opportunity to have 3 historians, Shay Kamikawa, Mark Bankhead, and myself, Melissa Ginoza. All 3 of us have attended HMEI for no more than 2 years. We don't know much about our class, but from what we have learned. As we walked into HMEI for the first time, everything seemed so unfamiliar. New faces, new school, and new experiences. Our class started off with 12 students, including Kalena Kanyakua, Micah Chapricorp, and Jamu Oana. Our teacher, Ms. Singh, taught us so much: how to count, how to share, how to say our ABCs, and how to write. How thankful we are for her kindness and patience as she taught and guided us toward the most successful path, especially through her tantrums and stubbornness.
Walking to the other side of the campus, we headed over to first grade. Our class had 12 students, and we had gained 6 new students, including Renette Antonio, Brinson Bannister, our class had so much fun with our awesome teacher, Mrs. Asatani. We all loved watching the butterfly coming out of the chrysalis. We will never forget how kind you were to us. The creative Christmas activities and May Day hats are still very precious in our memories for us to this day, as well as the years to come.
As we head up to 2nd grade, our class had 15 students. We gained 5 new students, which included Jordan Clark. 3 classmates had left to another school. Mrs. Rittenbach taught us so many things, and especially to never give up. We remember the fun Thanksgiving and Christmas parties you held for us. How fun it was to see new EXL students from other countries. We will never forget the lollipops and strawberry belts you would give us when we aced our vocabulary test or passed our time test.
Walking over to 3rd grade, our class consisted of 13 students. Although we lost 3 classmates, we gained 1 new student. We all enjoyed the fun sleepover we had. Singing for the elderly was a new yet valuable experience for us as well. We loved our pet chinchilla. Ms. Fernandez, we will always remember the fun art activities that you planned for us.
As we moved on to 4th grade, our class had 10 students. We lost 3 of our classmates and gained 1 person. As we entered your room, how welcomed we felt by your huge kindness and care. We loved how you give us stamp cards, and we will always remember your Hawaiian studies lessons. Our class cannot thank you enough for all the years you taught us hula. As we practiced for May Day, we remember how overwhelmed we were over our new dances every year. Although we got out of hand many times, we are thankful for your patience with us. We will never forget the fun conversations we had with you.
Heading upstairs, we encountered our most energetic teacher yet, Mr. Kaneshiro, or otherwise known as Mr. K. We started off this year with 11 students and gained 5 new students, including Yuri Hosayama, Kevin Kim, and Nathan Kane. 3 of our classmates left. To this very day, we clearly remember your funny jokes and energetic spirit. We will never forget how fun it was to cheer you on during the faculty and 8th grade basketball tournament.
As we got up to 6th grade, how glad we were to see Mr. K again. Although we had 1 less student compared to last year, we had a total of 10 students. Kevin Kim left, but we gained a new student, Hannah Floyd. During the middle of the year, Katie Tanaka and Christy Tanaka joined us. How could we ever forget the fun auctions you would let us participate in and the fun sleepover at your house? Our class will always be here when you want to play basketball.
Heading up to 7th grade, no one left, but we gained 2 new classmates. Melissa Genoza, and Shay Kamikawa. Our teacher, Mr. Denny Uechi, whom we call Mr. U, taught us all about science. We will never forget his awesome and funny personality, his jokes especially the trips. We'd like to thank him for the wonderful and awesome Kulalo Ranch field trip, the fun jogathon reward trip to the Sandbar, and the community service trips to Little Friends. We learned a lot from his science and reading classes, and we want to thank you, Mr. U, for the fun songs we had on Friday for worship. You rock, Mr. U.
Finally reaching 8th grade, thankfully, no one drifted away from our class this year, but even better, we gained 3 great classmates and friends, Mark Bankhead, Daniel Kang, and Joe Nakazono. Our teacher is Mrs. Joanne Bokop, and we want to thank her for everything. She taught us everything we needed to know to get us ready for high school. We want to thank her for all the fun times we had making gluten, the great books read to us for worship, and the banana smoothies and the malasadas we made. We especially won't forget the DC trip and our meeting with people while we were there. We want to thank you for our reward trip from Jogathon to PCC and the sleepover that we had. We especially want to thank you for setting up our graduation for us, since we know that it is a very stressful thing to do. We want to thank you again for this very awesome year as 8th graders, Mrs. Volkop, and we surely won't ever forget this year. Thank you very much from all of us.
Our class cherishes today,
Lives tomorrow,
And dreams forever.
and our dreams we hold tomorrow.
and in our faith we hold forever.
Our class is now made up of Raynette Antonio,
Brinson Bannister,
Mark Bankhead,
Micah Charpercord,
Jordan Clark,
Kana Floyd,
Melissa Genoza,
Yuri Hosoyama,
Shay Kamikawa, Nathan Kane,
Kalena Kaneakua,
Daniel Kane, and Kevin Kim.
along with John J. Lee,
Joe Nakazono,
Jimbo Oana,
Katie Tanaka,
and Christy Tanaka.
and now
Here before you,
We present to you
HMA K-8 8th grade graduating class of 2010.
It's my privilege to tonight represent the upper division, the grades 9 through 12 campus on Pensacola, which is part of the Hawaiian Mission Academy K-12 program. These students have excelled, and each will receive some scholarship tonight as selected by their teachers and administration. So I will present these scholarships to one to Brenson Bannister for $50. Mark Bankhead for $50. Jordan Clark for $50. Melissa Gunoza for $50. Yuri Yosoyama for $50. Shailene Kamakawa for $50.